Hello there and welcome. Always a pleasure to have you join us on Trending News here on Atlantic TV. I still remain your host, Jeremiah. And as usual, I'll be right back to give you the news in detail after this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Moving on to our very first story for the day. Malami heaps blame on judiciary. Barely 24 hours after the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, heaped the blame of delay in the trial of political persons on the judiciary, the third arm of government responded, faulting his claim, stating that such allegations appears to be one-sided. In a statement signed by Horaka Yusuf Isa, Senior Special Assistant on Media to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Mohammed, claimed that the judiciary had continued to give its best despite the very harsh conditions under which it is operating. Moving on, NIN registration, FG's ICT company owns up to server breakdown. Contrary to the belief that the National Identity Number Name Verification Portal of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, crashed, it was actually the government's Information and Communications Technology ICT service provider, Galaxy Backbone, that had the issue, which led to all servers on the platform being shut down. The management, in an exclusive chat, admitted that the fault was it and apologized to the public for the breakdown of its central server, which had led to the suspension of services by all their customers. Moving on to our next story, rally support for PDP, says Atiku. Ahead of the council election in the Federal Capital Territory, the FCT, this Saturday, former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, has urged residents and members of the People's Democratic Party in the nation's capital to come out in mass and exercise their franchise in the election. Atiku, in a statement signed by his media advisor Paul Ibe yesterday, said this weekend's council election should be a referendum on the performance of the incumbent APC administration in the country. Moving on to our next story, arrest and prosecute unlawful advertisers of drugs, House of Reps. The House of Representatives has called on the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to arrest and prosecute unlawful online advertisers of drugs and enlighten the general public against the dangers of purchasing unregistered and non-prescribed drugs online. The lawmakers also urged the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria to sanction and prosecute individuals engaging in the sales and promotion of medicines online without proper authorization. Moving on to our next story, herdsmen invade Agatu, destroy property, farmland. Suspected herdsmen reportedly invaded part of Agatu local government area of Benue State, destroying farmlands and displacing thousands of persons. Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Mr. Mark Inalegu, whose elder brother was recently murdered by the marauders, made the disclosure yesterday when the new Ochi Idoma led other traditional rulers and stakeholders from Agatu local government on a thank you visit to Governor Samuel Otom in Makadi. According to the commissioner, the herders invaded Agatu with their cattle in their numbers, chasing the locals from their homes. Moving on to our next story, murder of OAU student, police withdraw charge against Ade Donyi and others. A Federal High Court of the Federal Capital Territory sitting at Guru yesterday struck out a charge against the owner of Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Rahman Adedoyin, and 6 others of his workers accused of complicity in the murder of a postgraduate student of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Timothy Ade Godge. After it was withdrawn by the Nigerian police, the police said they decided to discontinue the matter to enable it to conduct further investigation into the murder case. The notice of discontinuation was hinged on Section 108 of the Administration of Criminal Act, ACJA 2015. Moving on to entertainment news, sex tape scandal. A video of Afrofusion singer Oxley having sex with an unknown female has been trending on social media for hours, and it appears social media users are having a ball with it. The video, which shows the singer in several sex positions, has been received with different reactions, with majority of users praising the away singer for his sexual powers instead of condemning the act. A video has also gone viral where Unilag students are seen celebrating the singer for his sex skills, which many have come to tag the Spider-Man style. Moving on to news happening across Africa, and we move to Ghana. Ghana finds Spanish firm $6 million after deadly explosion. Ghana says the Spanish company in charge of a lorry that last month exploded and killed 13 people violated storage and transport laws. Mason Corp has been fined $6 million. The truck was transporting explosive owned by Maxon to a gold mine where it collided with a motorbike and blew up close to a town of Bogoso. The blast destroyed the village of Apetse, injuring more than 100 people. The firm, however, denied responsibility, blaming a local contractor. Still on news happening around Africa, the European Union on Tuesday said it would restart giving financial aid to Burundi following a similar step up last year by the United States, drawing an angry response from government critics. In 2016, the European Union, at the time Burundi's biggest aid donor, suspended all direct funding to the government for ignoring human rights and failing to stop a wave of deadly violence. The U.S. decision came just 2 months after a UN Commission of Inquiry said the human rights situation in the Central African country had deteriorated since current president took power in June 2020. Move away to business news. 50 billion naira COVID-19 loan. NIMSA call for repayment. The management of NIMSA Microfinance Bank has called for the repayment of the Central Bank of Nigeria's Target Credit Facility (TCF) COVID-19 loan obtained by several entrepreneurs across the country. This was disclosed by the financial institution on Monday via its Twitter handle. According to NIMSA, it has done its own part. It is time for the business owners who took loans to do theirs. Moving away from business, we move to sports report. Senegal's football team members offered cash prize and plots of land. The president of Senegal, Macky Sall, has awarded cash prizes and plots of land to members of the national team after last weekend's victory over Egypt in the just concluded African Cup of Nations. The Senegalese beat Egypt 4-2 on penalties to become Africa's football champions for the very first time. Speaking at a ceremony in Dakar on Tuesday, President Macky Sall reaffirmed the pride the team has brought to the country. During the ceremony, the Senegalese president also appointed team members to the country's prestigious Order of the Lion. Now on to health news. Daily COVID-19 tracker. 58 new cases have been confirmed with no death recorded in Nigeria so far. Nigeria currently has a total number of 253,833 confirmed cases, with about 20,488 active cases, bringing the total discharge cases to 230,211, and the total death rate stands at about 3,139. As always on the show, you know we encourage you to wear your face mask, wash your hands regularly under running water, and by all means avoid overcrowded places. You can do well to follow us on all our social media handles now displaying at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for joining us. That's the much we can take on today's program. Until we come your way again next time, do stay safe.